Hey there, everybody. So I just got back from a trip out to see the eclipse. We went to Jefferson City, Missouri, and on the way back, we stopped in Columbia and we got some stuff. I got some Pathfinder figurines from some old sets at a place called. Let's see here, what was it called? Valhalla's Gate. And then we also went to a Toys R Us, and I happened to come across an affordable in stone series minifigure for Minecraft. Because usually when I see them, they're like $7 or $8, and this one was not as expensive. So let's see what's inside of here. It is Series 6. And what did we get? We got an Ender Portal Zombie Pigman, which is pretty cool, honestly. I like that one. I am happy with that. So, I also got 2 Deadly Foes and 2 Skulls and Shackles sets. Now, I know it's a big risk, especially for the Skulls and Shackles of duplicates, but since they're harder to come across, I figured I'd give it a shot, because I don't know, I might find something cool. Looks like the first one, we're starting with Deadly Foes. Deadly Foes. We got, and these were the ones that I got at Valhalla's Gate. We got a Flying Ray, which I don't think I have that. I think I was going to trade with Shin, but he hasn't brought stuff to trade in a long time. I don't think he gets them anymore. We also got a Cave Catcher. That's a cool looking one. I will be uploading pictures of the eclipse later. I have them saved on my camera, but I just got back, so I have not transferred those yet. It was really cool. This has been something I've wanted to see my entire life. So when I saw that there was an opportunity, I've been working on and setting this up. This is a named Perry, P-E-R-I, Perry. I'd been working towards this since April to make sure that I was able to go. And my mom helped me out, and we went together, spent some family time, got to visit, got to see something that she's never seen either. She's never seen a total eclipse. She saw a partial in 1979. Here's this guy. His name is Priest of Asmodeus. She saw a partial one, but this is the first time she's seen a total. I would love for my dad to be able to go, but my dad had to work, and there was no way he could take off. I did try to set that up, but I had gotten into that point just a little too late for him to be able to request time off, because of the way his job works. They request multiple months in advance, and unfortunately it was just a bit too late. So unfortunately he did not get to see it, and where we live, it was very, very cloudy, so no one here even got to see a partial. So I did not get to, or no one else from our stream set did get to see it, unfortunately. We're doing a Skulls and Shackles. I'm seeing one that I do already have, which is the risk that I was taking by getting these, but at least it's one that's cool. It's not just like a big human or something, or like a boring giant like the Hill Giant. The Hill Giant is a very boring big model. We got another giant wasp. Alright, he can do it. There really is a very big chance that these will all be duplicates. Sea Devil? I don't remember whether I have that exact Sea Devil or not. I think I do. I'm not certain. I know I have this guy, Ambrose Croup. your drunken looking chef with a chicken on his shoulder. And I know I have this guy too. A greater host devil. Where's my other boxes? My other boxes. So here's our other skulls and shackles. Let's see what we get in here. I think there are still some that I don't have in this set. I just do have a lot of this set now. Well, if that isn't the worst luck. We used all my luck on getting to a place with good weather today after changing our location I think 3 times so that we could make sure we got somewhere that it seemed like it might not be cloudy, and it still was cloudy right up until the event. Like the clouds started fading away right as the moon started becoming visible in our lenses. So we got another giant wasp. That's what I was saying. Of all the luck in the world, I got 2 of the same thing in 2 boxes that I got at the same time. Admiral Thurn. I don't know whether I have this one. I might. It is not impossible. All the humans look very similar. And oh, this one's a new one. An Elder Brachiolarcus. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a super interesting one, but it is a one that I don't have. And I think my 3rd Lady Ghoul, my 2nd one that has a tongue. And then to finish it all off, another Deadly Foes, which does have a higher chance of non-duplicates. So there is something to be said for that. I gotta make sure not to move my chair because the bag that I got these in is right next to it, and there are things in there that I don't want to run over. We got a cave giant, so that is a new one. It is a different type of giant, but at least it looks interesting. It doesn't just look like a human. A human. As you can hear, still not recovered from this stupid whatever it is. Here's a Shensen. I'm pretty sure at this point it's a curse and not a disease, because it keeps persisting. And it's not allergies, because I've taken allergy meds, so it's not like there's just something that I'm allergic to in the air. It's like something that's genuinely persisting. Ooh. A Celestial Lantern. Probably not a very valuable figurine, but it is a cool and interesting figurine. Come on, camera. I know it's tiny, but you gotta work here. There we go. And to finish things off as far as these go, a human with wings. A Celestial Trumpeter. So, an angel of sorts, I suppose. And then to finish it off, I got a couple attempts at getting something cool with a Kartana-faced Sun and Moon Burning Shadows. After my last experience, I have very low expectations, but that does not mean that I am not hopeful for something cool. But this is a very bad start. But here is a code card, at least first. Code card to suspend the concern that I have. A fighting energy. A Pikachu. On the bright side, it is at least a card I don't have. A Panseer. Hi, Panseer, if you're here from Drawception. I don't know if he's still on anymore. I haven't seen him in a long time. But I don't do vet games as often right now, so I may not see him because of that. a Charmander, and a Alolan Rattata. Before it gets the weird puffy cheeks, a Pimpigam, which is my current walk-around partner on Pokemon Go, because I want to get a Porygon 2 and I can't seem to find another egg that will hatch into a Porygon. A Bouffalant. On the bright side, since I don't have many cards, these are mostly at least new cards. Electric. Looks terrified out of its mind. A Simisage. A Foil Beware. And a Tangrowth. Star, non-foil. So that goes with my concern. No foil, once again. I don't think I've gotten a single foil from the packs that I've gotten. I am going to get an Elite Trainer pack at some point. I just haven't been to the game store, and of all the places, the local game store I go to has the cheapest Elite Trainer boxes. By like, I went to a Toys R Us today. That's where I got, as I said, this. Toys R Us $15 more expensive than my local game store. So here is another code card. And maybe my concerns will be quelled here. I don't know. But here's an Electric Energy. A Simisear. So I have the Pansear line. I have the Porygon line, except for Porygon Z. I don't know if there's a Porygon Z. There probably is. I don't know if they do partial evolution chains in the card sets. A Charmeleon. So these packs at least were connected. A Stuffle. A Mudbray. Mudbray is very cute. Because a Tynamo. That's really funny. I'm gonna have to show this here in a second. An Oddish. I mean, the people who are watching, those of you who are watching, will probably understand why I think this is so funny, but I'm gonna go back through it just to show. Okay, so here's a Duskull, which I do have, but Duskull is adorable. A Wabba Wabba with a foil body. And my first Ultra Beast, a Necrozma GX. So that's pretty cool. What's its GX do? Its attack does 100 damage to each of your Pokemon GX and EX. This damage isn't affected by weakness or resistance, so that's actually pretty good depending on what you're fighting. And its basic attack is a normal type, but for every psychic energy attached to it, it does 60 extra damage, but you do have to discard all of those. So that is a pretty good thing, and it has 180 hit points, so it's not weak. I mean, most of the GXs aren't going to be weak as far as damage is concerned. But, so that wasn't too bad. That is the first, I think, foil. Maybe the second foil I've gotten. I don't remember from this series. Plus I got a neat Minecraft miniature and a couple new things for the fact that I did have a high chance of not getting anything new. But that said, so this was good. Like I said, I will be uploading Eclipse pictures. I might be on Starbound for a little bit tonight. I haven't decided yet. I am going to go upstairs and hang out with my family for a few minutes. But that is that. I did not get anything. I did not get the diamond ring. I had no luck in getting the diamond ring. I couldn't get my camera to focus. But once it got past the Bailey's beads point, I think I have one of the simpler Bailey's beads pictures with the just a few of the red spots as opposed to the bright edge ring. But I did get some actual decent pictures of the eclipse with my camera that has the better zoom, but I don't know if it has the better picture size. So I don't know. That is still up in the air. I will see when I upload. But I did have a great experience today. Breathtaking. It's a thing that everyone should get to do. There is one going over the northern part of the United States in 2044, which seems like a long ways away, but that is an opportunity for some people. It is a thing I will let people know. There is one over Iceland and part of the UK, I think, in 2026. So there are a couple coming up. It is a thing that I really wish everyone could do. If I hadn't thought of this as kind of a family event, I really kind of regret not inviting the other streamers. I do kind of feel like a little bit of a D-bag for not having considered that. I do feel bad, especially after talking with them and finding out that at least one person from the stream would have liked to have gone. So I do feel kind of bad about having not considered that, because in my head this was a family thing. It really also was a letdown my dad didn't get to go. I really would have liked him to have seen it, but at least I did get some pictures for him. But I will say, kind of like several other experiences I've had, pictures don't do it justice. Like, if you get a chance to travel, go for it. I've been to Montreal, I've been to Japan, I've been to multiple states in the United States. Going to those places is much different than seeing something in a picture. Unfortunately, since this is a 3-minute thing, it's not one of those things I can say, having experienced it at the time to try and get people to come. That is a letdown, but I mean, I kind of, I guess, could have said it in advance, because it is one of those things where I do have some experience with that kind of thing. Going to see something in person, it's much different than pictures. It's like a concert. A recording doesn't do it justice as seeing it live. Totally different experience. But yeah, so it was a great day. I really had a good experience. I definitely encourage any of my viewers to go out and experience anything they can in life. It's really good. Anything safe in life. Don't, experiment with, like, drugs or something that could really seriously endanger you. I will put that little disclaimer in here, because that did sound kind of like a general go for it, no matter what it is. But if you have a chance to experience something in your life and it's safe, go for it. Go, sightseeing, go hiking, go even just fly in a plane. Go in a biplane to somewhere like a city away. If you've never flown, it is a unique experience that, it's great. I do have memories from each of my flights. Even when I got, sick on the plane and had to be taken off and almost missed my trip, I do have experiences and memories just of the flights. That was caused by an anxiety attack. I can go into that story another time. But I do have, positive memories even of just like that. Go flying. Go on a road trip with your family. Go on a road trip with your friends. Do things to experience life. It's great. I would never, discourage someone from doing things in their life that, are valid, real experiences. I've heard, this is a thing I can say that's more of a secondary kind of experience, because where I live there's no specific major landmarks. So it's not like I've had this as kind of a thing in the background that I've never done. But I've talked to people from Seattle. I've talked to people from Montreal. I've talked to people from Orlando, who have been near landmarks that are right next to them, never gone. And they've heard from other people how good the experience is and said, maybe I should try that one day. And I was surprised by that, because in my head, you live near Disney World, or you live near, Orlando Studios. Well, I guess it's not called that anymore. It's just called Universal Theme Park. What's it really called? I don't know off the top of my head. Where the Harry Potter one is. I want to go see that. All that down in Orlando. I've gotten to see Disney World. Great experience. But, living next to it, you might take it for granted that, I can do it any time. At some point, there won't be any more time. Definitely go try and do it. Go do things. As vague as that is. Try it. That's like Xander, one of my longtime viewers, which I think he's awesome. He was my first mod. He recently started streaming, and even that in and of itself is an experience that you may not have considered to try because someone else will do it, or I want to have a good experience or whatever. I've had my down days where I don't feel like streaming because no one's watching or no one is gonna watch, or had a bad day, or I've even talked about recently having days where depression hits harder because I haven't hung out with anyone in a while, or I haven't gone out and done anything just because I've been sick. But that wasn't gonna stop me today. I could have probably been like bleeding from all of my limbs, and I would have been like, I'm going. I could be. You can put cups under all of my limbs, so I'm bleeding into those. But we're going, because this would have been a thing. I've wanted to see this, since I was a kid, little kid, like 8 or 9. But yeah, so like even things like that. If you feel like you might want to stream, do it. Get OBS. You might not have a microphone at the time. That I bought a microphone before I started, which was a thing that I debated. I'm gonna split this off into another video, and then I'm gonna start rambling for a little bit. So if someone wants to watch that, go for it. If not, that's also fine. I'll be right back. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day, night, afternoon, morning, whatever it is where you are. Hope to see you again real soon. Take care.